Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, NerdMode, and welcome to Recap, a video series where I'll be going over what has been occurring over the last week and just talk with you guys about things that you can be expecting in future episodes. So with that said and done, let's jump right into the YouTube side of things, mainly the stuff that you guys see along with progression when it comes down to the main gist of the videos. So this week has actually been fairly well. We haven't missed any days that I'm aware of, and you guys have also gotten a bonus video on Wednesday. I uploaded 2 videos that day, and it's mainly just because I felt like it, and so I went along with my gut, and my instinct was to upload another video for you guys. So that was definitely pretty fun. And this week has definitely been a little different in comparison, not in regards to missing days or anything like that, but I've been uploading some Arma 3 footage, which isn't very traditional on my channel. And of course, you know, it may not be the best footage in the world, but I thought it was pretty awesome. It was pretty action-packed. We had a lot of fun. And overall, I'm just kind of getting used to the game, and it's kind of nice to be able to record something a little different for you guys, upload something a little different, but on the same circumstance, it's still a tactical shooter. You guys should be able to coincide with it. It shouldn't be a big deal as if I went to something that's more of an arcade shooter, and you guys were really into strategic value and that kind of stuff. So I've been trying to keep it on the same road, and it looks like you guys have been enjoying it, which I thoroughly appreciate. So with that said, of course, we had one video so far this week not do too well, and it's unfortunate. I think it turned out really well, and I don't think it was really anything that was bad about the video by itself. I just think people took words out of context, which in turn, they developed their own opinion about the video. And then, of course, then they decided to flag it down, which that's pretty common. You know, when you offend one person, there's usually an army behind it. So that tends to be something that's pretty consistent with the YouTube side of things. But the video I'm talking about was Sniper Sundays. Now, in my opinion, it did bad, but of course, I go back and watch it, and I still think it turned out really well, and I'm really impressed by how well it actually turned out. I spent a lot of time working on that video, a lot more than I normally do, and I thought it turned out really well, and I'm pretty sad that it didn't do as great as I thought, but at least the guys that enjoyed it found the information useful, and hopefully they'll become a better sniper when it comes down to the main gist of it. Now, of course, transitioning into the gaming side of things, I've actually found myself really enjoying the overall experience the last couple of days. I've been having a lot of fun with the games that I've been picking up and re-entering back into, which is always exciting by itself. Now, of course, it may not come across that way if you guys were to watch the live commentary or play with me in that action, but of course I do enjoy it. I rest assured that it is an overall experience, but I don't know, I get caught up in the action, and sometimes I come across maybe not as the most positive person in the chat, but that's to be, I guess, expected after all the years I've been doing this, as well as playing games by itself. So, of course, some of the games I've been playing is Arma 3, and I've been playing a little bit of DayZ with Days. That's been a little fun. I had to readjust my sensitivity because of that mouse acceleration. You don't have the ability to currently turn it off, which is absolutely horrific. I never understood why PC guys complained so hard about that, but now I completely understand. It makes complete sense now, and I forgot how ignorant I was to not have it disabled, because it is very hard to play DayZ standalone without having that disabled. It just makes things a lot harder than it needs to be. Gunfights tend to be more of a circle jerk than it probably should be, and it's just not as fun. But of course, lowering your sensitivity kind of counteracts that, makes it more balanced, and I found that I'm a little bit more accurate at long range, which is probably a good thing considering that DayZ standalone, or just the DayZ by itself, is more of a sandbox shooter, and the maps tend to be very large when it comes down to scaling, so it's always good to be able to be a little bit more accurate, because then you can drop the enemy foe a little bit quicker. Now, of course, I have been jumping back into Battlefield 4. It's been a little rage-inducing, but I'm trying new things out. I'm really trying to do things that I haven't been doing for the last, 8 months that the game has been out, which is a little different, but by itself, I still like to use my favorite guns. I still like to use the powerhouse weapons, considering it just makes the game a little bit easier and a little less frustrating, considering that screen shake is still a thing at the moment. But of course, all that stuff seems to be getting fixed. I talked about yesterday in the CTE that there is hope for Battlefield 4, so if you guys missed that video, please check it out. It's definitely a very informative video, and it'll give you guys a very good idea of what I'm talking about. But by itself, Battlefield 4, enjoying it when it works well for me. Absolutely hating it when it does not turn out too well for me, considering that I am a stat whore, and that's just kind of how I've been playing the game for quite some time. So it's a little different to not achieve a 3+ KD on some games, but overall, I've been enjoying the overall experience. It's been fun, and I'm trying to become a little bit more relaxed while playing, but it doesn't seem to be working out as great as my mind would like to suggest. And finally, talking a little bit about real life. Now, this week and, the previous weeks has been a little different in comparison to other ones. I'm currently unemployed, which kind of does suck when it comes down to wanting to go out and buy stuff, but that's to be expected. It's a good thing I guess I saved up a little bit, but by itself, I have been enjoying what I've been doing. It's definitely interesting to see that how the world can transform around you while maybe not being a part of it in that aspect. But you know, of course, all people have to rejoin the workforce. It's not something I can grow accustomed to, so I definitely have been trying to get back out there. I've been putting out more than enough applications, and I'm qualified in multiple different ways to get the job. It's just the problem is that I don't always keep those previous jobs as long as maybe I should, which is kind of a problem considering from a business perspective, they're going to want an employee that's going to last for years to come. That way they can achieve higher ranks and then hopefully become something of themselves. But by itself, I don't ever seem to make it that long, considering that I either find too many problems with the company I'm working for, or I just get really bored and decide to go on a different project. So that's definitely a problem, something I need to work on personally, but I just feel like once I hate the job, there's not really any going back, and it seems like I always quit or do something else to get myself out of this scenario. Now, of course, termination is never an option for myself, considering I never give them the option to do that, but I do find myself quitting a lot more just in the midst of things, probably when it's not most effective as a company or most effective for myself. So when it comes down to it, I've been trying to get some applications out there, and hopefully I'll get a call back here soon. I have high faith in that, considering that I'm pretty qualified in multiple different areas, so that's always good. But of course, with that said, I haven't really been doing a whole lot on the side. I want to go to some of the new movies coming out here in the next couple of weeks. I think that'll be a lot of fun, and hopefully get some friends to go with, because going to the movie by yourself just seems really creepy and weird. So that definitely won't be something on my top 10 list of things to do, of course, but that'll be something hopefully coming up here in the next couple of days or the next couple of weeks by itself. And really, when it comes down to it, I haven't really been doing a whole lot on the side, so really not a whole lot of fun things going on in that aspect, but I have been doing the things that matter to me most, especially when it comes down to educating myself on matters that hopefully will help me later on in life, as well as making you guys videos, because I find that to be a lot of fun and I really enjoy that as a side hobby. But anyway, guys, that has been this episode of Recap. I hope you guys enjoyed, and of course, if you guys have any recommendations for future episodes, feel free to let me know in the comments below. But until then, guys, I will see you next time, and this is NMO, and I'm going to be signing out. Peace.